Welcome, Aries. If you're wondering what's going on in your health, wealth, and relationships during December 2018, you've come to the right place. Welcome. My name is Seth. I run Comingouttarot.com. You can always find out more about me and how to get a reading with me over there. While I'm here, though, I'm here to give you some insight into 2018, into December, which is coming soon. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold that showed up today, which is really, really awesome. So you may see me wipe my nose a couple times. And you may hear me sniffling. Thanks for joining. Got any Aries in the room yet? I'm going to get these cards in the right order. As you're joining, thanks for being here. If you haven't subscribed already, do subscribe so we can keep track of each other. And if this content is helpful and useful to you, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Hey, Renee, how are you? Hey, Justine, how are you? I have a cold. It hit me hard this morning. So I'm sorry for all the sniffling. Hey, Rita. Other than this cold, Renee, doing good. Yeah, me too. It's not. I brought my little. I have a hanky, but you know, I'm just sorry that it's going on. All right, Aries. Let me get this tissue back. All right, health, wealth, and relationships for Aries. Health, we've got. Figure out how to get this in front of you. Four of Swords. Wealth, we got the High Priestess, and relationships. Got the Nine of Swords. So it's a very swordy month for you, Aries, which actually isn't entirely surprising. Aries, swords show up a lot for Aries for me. So I'm not entirely surprised because swords often have that concept of right or wrong, decision making, moving very quickly, swiftly, knowing what you want, knowing what you need, and to have that show up twice, especially, hey Sharon, especially in health and relationships. Interesting. We're going to see how those two things fit together. So first, let's just overarchingly in December. Oh, by the way, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving if you were celebrating in the U.S. Overarchingly in December, emotions are affecting. They have a lot of towers too. Oh yeah, do you see a lot of towers show up for Aries? Overarchingly, a lot of the mind is affected by emotion for Aries. And this isn't something I think that we see happen for Aries a lot. Hey, Rob. This doesn't happen for Aries a lot. We don't, excuse me, we don't see it happen for Aries a lot. Aries is really good about masking what is behind the choices they're making or the decisions they're making. They like to let us think that that all of us think that most of the time those decisions are based in fact, and more often than not, they are. But right now, what's up, Rob? Period. But right now, during December, emotions are driving a lot of decisions for you, Aries. So it's not that all of the facts aren't represented. It's that you're going to have a month where emotions help drive your decisions. What may feel off about that is that it's not fact driven, and you're making some emotionally based decisions. So you may want to be careful. Is the balance there in the way you want? Aries not assholes. Um, you just have to learn how to work with an Aries. You have to work with an Aries so that they can be a part of your life in a way that is an advantage versus being an obstruction or frustration. Because Aries used to frustrate me to no end. And then I realized why. I'm a lot like them. I'm an Aries rising. So I've got all of these Aries tendencies. So I was like, oh, wait, I'm just butting heads with Aries. You don't have to kiss ass with an Aries. You don't have to kiss ass with Aries. All you got to do is meet them where they are, and they're going to meet you in the same place. So Aries Aries just they have a different way of viewing the world, and if you can work with that, then great. If you can't, you just got to let them go. Sorry for all my sniffling. All right, so let's talk about health. So we got this four of wands sitting in the health place. This is a precursor to needing to be. And remember, I'm not a doctor. I don't pretend to be one. So you're a health Aries moon, Mars and Venus. Oh wow! All right, Candace. So I don't pretend to be a doctor. So any health advice that I give is purely supportive of any choices you may need to make, and that should have conversations with your doctor about. So first, this is on the lead up to. That's a great way to think about it. Providers, yeah, they just want to give you everything you need to know, and you better damn well pay attention. So this is on the lead up to needing to seek some medical attention, needing to seek some medical advice. Probably going to start to feel like there's something that's making sense medically, uh, where you may have been on the fence about some medical issues. Now you're going to start to understand them. You're going to stop fighting what you need to know, Aries, and you're going to start letting that in, and you're going to start pushing back out what you do know, so that there now starts to be a balance in between what you were refusing to accept and what you have learned. That means you're moving towards being able to have a better relationship with your health provider. So less unknown, more known, which Aries loves to feel good in anyway. That's kind of their sweet spot. And there's probably going to be a little bit of a need for some safe space. Excuse me, I'm sorry I keep sniffing in your ears. Probably going to be the needs for some safe space. I think what you're going to find is that as you start to lean into where your health is right now, there's going to be a little bit of need for comfort. So you need to reach out to who has that kind of who has built that safe space with you, so you can share some information and be able to feel supported at the same time, which I know is not easy for Aries to do. Oh, I believe it. All right. But at least there's some structure there around your health. There's a way to move forward. It feels good. Okay. Well, so what's going on with your money? This is the High Priestess. Um, High Priestess. It's time to. This isn't just money in December. This is how you think about money going forward. This is moving into 2019. How you think about money. It's time to save. Thanks, Rita. I'm sorry to be sniffling in your ear. It's just like constant draining. Sorry. So it's annoying, and I'm trying to just not have snot running down my face. So it's time to save. It's time to pull that money in. Think about saving. How are you investing it? How are you not pushing money out? How are you keeping money in, which is always one of our biggest challenges. So Aries, I know that you can think about this objectively. You should probably work with husband, partner, boyfriend, whatever, whoever your other half is, if you have one. If you don't and you have a financial advisor, I would work with them. But it is about how you save and how you invest. Not only how you save and how you invest, but how you do that for yourself. How do you bring things back to yourself? How are you investing back in yourself? So this could be taken as not only could you be saving money in an 401k or an IRA, because that could be considering investing back in yourself, but you could also invest in a spiritual retreat, for example, in which case you're furthering your own self spiritually, but it takes finances to do that. So you can invest in yourself for that kind of thing. All right, so that's wealth. Let's talk about relationships. Aries, relationships are going to be pretty challenging for you. during the month of December. In fact, it's probably going to be some things that don't feel so good, a lot of fighting, a lot of arguing. It's going to feel like people are attacking you and coming for you in your relationships, which puts you like super defensive and coming out with a lot of barbs, attacks, and saying hurtful things to other people. You may not realize how hurtful they are. Yep, this is Aries. You may not realize how hurtful they are. So, Aries, just so you know, in case no one's told you this to your face, you can come off as pretty freaking mean, and it seems very heartless, and other people don't respond well to that. But when you're hurt, you pull out everything you got, and it and it hurts other people because you come for them and you come for them pretty hard. But nobody's willing to tell you that to your face. So I'm letting you know it's painful when you're upset, Aries. So during the month of December, if your relationship is rough, if you feel like someone's coming for you and you feel like you have to go for them, you're only ripping the wounds bigger. You're only making things more painful for both of you. Ground the emotions. Great. I'm going to talk a little bit about that too. So perfect. It's only going to be more painful the harder you make it for other people. So I just want you to be aware of the fact that it's going to be an emotionally challenging month. You're going to be lashing out. And if there's a way for you to address those relationships in a new way that would be more productive, then now this is your forewarning. This is the foreboding that things are going to be hard. So I hope that you can shift that outcome for your relationship so that it's not as painful as it is right now. Hey, Britt. All right. Um, Before I go on, if this is helpful, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I really do appreciate it. It lets me know the content is useful, but it also gets it in front of other people in their feed if you're hitting that. And then, as always, please share out with your friends, especially if you know some other Aries. Yeah, I would stay away from Rob, or at least know he's got some stuff going on that he's dealing with, and he might decide to take it out on you or other people around you. And he's dealing with it the best he can in his Aries way. Okay, so speaking of what Candace said, trying to ground herself and ground that emotional state, I would encourage you all to do that because to have the balance of this Four of Swords with the Nine of Swords is a couple different things are going on. Excuse me. Couple different things are going on here. It means that emotional state is in transition, but you are in control of them. You don't have to let them get out of control. All you have to do is look to the lessons you've learned in the past about how you deal with relationships, how you deal with other people, and how you get when you're confrontational. When you're feeling confrontational, what are the things that you can do to pull that back? What are the things that you can do to recognize, yes, I'm in this state. I need to do X for myself, whatever that thing is, like working with your crystals and your sage, to slow that roll so that you can maintain your relationships in a way that isn't about fighting and pain and hurtfulness. Because it ultimately just hurts you, you know what I mean? Uh, Sorry about it, Rod. Joe, good luck. All right. So, uh, Aries, I hope this is helpful. If it is, please don't forget to share out with your other Aries friends, whether it's risings, moons, suns. Let them know what's coming. And I do hope that you'll visit Comingouttarot.com. I've got a special that's coming up on Cyber Monday for anybody. There's a little note at the top of the screen that'll let you know a code you can use to get 10% off any of the readings that I have with a project plan. So that's out there. That coupon will be available on Monday. If you're a part of my mailing list, you're running out of time to use the coupon that I've got in there. So don't forget, November 30th is the last time you can use that. Yeah, they're coming up. They're coming up. Taurus will definitely be next. I do hope you guys all had a happy Thanksgiving if you're in the US. And if you're not, I hope you've had a great weekend. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you on a little bit for Taurus. Rob, good to see you here.